news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening, and thank you for being with us. I'm Tara Konieczny.
And I'm Brooke Fallrad. The Student Government Association held their final debate for student leadership today. Vice presidential candidates spoke about their platforms and goals for the upcoming school year. In the final debate, both candidates made points on how to make Ball State better.
Vice President candidate Brianna Large's main points were about student safety and to make campus more ADA friendly. Vice President candidate Angel Esquivel Vasquez's main points were about how to build a bigger community at Ball State and to be more inclusive.
First issues is student safety. There's been a lot of different situations that have occurred on and across our campus this last year that have made students even more concerned about safety. Where I know there are definitely students that have been concerned about in the past, but this has definitely come to the forefront of their minds. So
when we were talking to the Muslim Student Association, we actually got brought up with a pretty interesting point, or a pretty interesting idea that they don't have, or they feel like they don't have a correct place or a proper place to go and pray.
The polls for SGA president and vice president will open on February 19th and at 8 a.m. and close on February 20th at 5 p.m.
Yesterday, mentally empowered men, also known as Men to Men, had a comfortable conversation about men's mental health around campus during Black History Month here at the Multicultural Center. According to President Carson Myers, mentally empowered men are individuals who prioritize, nurture, and promote their mental well-being. They recognize the significance of mental health and actively engage in practices to enhance their overall emotional and psychological resilience. Yesterday's conversation had everyone sit in a circle and open up about how they're mentally and how they are feeling during this time. These individuals touched base on their different ancestors and backgrounds while still facing the same challenges as someone sitting across from them who may not look the same. Scott, a member of Men to Men, said having these conversations is important and an exercise for our brains. For more information on Men to Men, email man2men@bsu.edu. And it was quite a windy day out there today and kind of chilly.
Yeah, it was a little bit colder today, not as sunny, but I'm looking forward to hearing what we have for weather. Lance?
Yeah, guys, be sure to grab that winter coat for tomorrow because it's going to get cooler. We're also looking at the potential for some snow. Right now, looking at our temperatures across the region, Muncie is below freezing right now at 31 degrees. Fort Wayne, 28 degrees. Indianapolis, 35. And out in Terre Haute, 39 degrees. Now, our high temperature today was 48 degrees, our average high in the 40s now at 40 degrees. Our record high, 66 degrees, has been in the book since 2023. Some things we'll be tracking over the next few days will be accumulating snow chances for tomorrow, roller coaster temperatures this weekend, and then we start to see an extended dry stretch after Friday, and I'll show you how long that dry stretch lasts coming up.
Thank you, Lance. Now, the latest as Kansas City police are revealing more today on what may have sparked a deadly mass shooting at a Super Bowl victory parade. Right now, they're saying there are more than 20 victims who were injured, and at least one person has died. Authorities have not yet made an arrest. Michael Yoshida is in Kansas City at the scene.
This appeared to be a dispute between several people that ended in gunfire.
Kansas City police giving an update on Wednesday's mass shooting during a Super Bowl victory rally for the Chiefs. Many of nearly 24 gunshot victims are children.
At least half of our victims are under the age of 16.
Killed in the gunfire was a popular local DJ, 43-year-old Lisa Lopez Galvin.
Lisa leaves behind an incredible legacy.
As friends remember her, some recall their own terrifying moments running from the gunfire.
And all of a sudden, through the partitions, a wave of people come rushing through, screaming, "Gun, run, police are coming."
In the chaos that followed, at least one armed suspect was tackled by those in the crowd.
When I hit him from behind, I either jarred the gun out of his hand or out of his sleeve, because as I'm taking him down to the ground, I see the gun on the ground.
I want to thank the people who acted bravely yesterday alongside law enforcement.
Police confirmed they're looking at a number of suspects, and multiple weapons were recovered at the scene. Several Kansas City players expressed their outrage on social media and concern for the victims. One attendee recalls seeing head coach Andy Reid minutes after the ordeal.
I will never forget finally coming out of the bathroom after hiding, and around the corner comes Andy Reid with his grandchildren and his wife. And he said, as he walked by, "Are you guys okay?" That moment of humility is incredible.
In Kansas City, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Federal agencies like the FBI and the ATF are assisting Kansas City law enforcement officers in the investigation.
Today began the hearing regarding efforts to disqualify Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis in the state's election interference case. The hearing got off to quite the chaotic start. An attorney for the Fulton County DA's office tried to stop the hearing, but the judge blocked that attempt. There was also confusion in the room over which witnesses would testify about what they knew about the relationship between Willis and her top prosecutor, Nathan Wade. A longtime friend of Willis testified the relationship between Willis and Wade began in 2019, long before the two claimants started. Then Wade took the stand where he stuck to his claim earlier that the relationship began in 2022. He also revealed the relationship ended in the summer of 2023. Willis agreed to testify and took the stand for questioning from defense attorneys.
Meanwhile, the logistics of Donald Trump's first official criminal trial are coming into focus. Today, a New York judge denied Trump's motion to dismiss charges related to a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels in 2016. His criminal trial is set to start with jury selection on March 25th. Then there will be a panel of 12 jurors with 6 alternates. Trump is charged with falsifying business records to commit or conceal another crime. Prosecutors say he took part in a cover-up of payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels related to his alleged affair with her. Trump has pleaded not guilty.
And on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are urging Americans to stay calm despite a, quote, serious national security threat. Amy Kiley tells us how U.S. officials are addressing this concern.
We are going to work together to address this matter, as we do all sensitive matters that are classified.
Members of Congress and the Biden administration meeting with defense and intelligence officials today, according to National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. They're addressing what House Intelligence Committee Chair Mike Turner calls a serious national security threat. Multiple sources say it relates to Russia's space capabilities, specifically a nuclear anti-satellite system. A former defense secretary and CIA director says if Moscow were to blind U.S. satellites,
Make no mistake about it, that would be an act of war because it would threaten our national security.
Russia's anti-satellite system is not yet orbital, according to 3 U.S. officials, and lawmakers with intelligence access are downplaying the concern.
Some people were calling in and asking should they rush for cover, somewhere of that nature. There's no need for anyone to panic.
I'm sorry that maybe the wording of the tweet or something led people to believe that this was a dramatic thing that needed immediate attention. It's not.
Turner says he released details to all members of Congress. He wants President Joe Biden to declassify the materials.
What the chairman was trying to do, perhaps, was to try to send a wake-up call to both the speaker and his Republican colleagues that Russia still remains very much a threat to the United States.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says the U.S. has been aware of Russia's pursuit of anti-satellite capability. He said that it's gone, quote, many, many months, if not a few years.
After the break, find out how Target is hitting the bullseye with a more affordable option for customers.
And you're going to want to sink your claws into this new Red Lobster contest. Next.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew a girl so smart, so responsible, she must be a keeper.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Man, it's lonely. Like, going through life lonely.
There is the therapeutic aspect of music, just expressing how you feel. I'm going to talk to Howie about his feelings, make it into a song.
Welcome back. People here in the U.S. are spending less money at stores. This comes as the spending doubled much more than expected in January. Big spending during the holidays coupled with the cold weather across the country could be two factors into less spending. The Commerce Department reports that retail sales, which includes spending on all goods and food services, fell 0.8% last month. That's well below the 0.1% decline economists were expecting. It's the second decline over the last 10 months.
Target is taking an aim at budget-conscious customers with a new value brand. Dealworthy rolls out this month to shelves at Target stores nationwide and online. The brand will include 400 items. Most will cost less than $10, with the cheapest coming in at under $1. The inventory ranges from phone chargers to disposable plates and even underwear. The company hopes to attract new customers by giving them a cheaper alternative with the credibility of a brand that's actually owned by Target. Wendy's is adding an innovative new comfort food to its breakfast lineup with the help of another restaurant chain. Meet Cinnabon Pull-Aparts. They're made from sweetened dough dunked in a glaze. Wendy's says the flavor is like the center of a cinnamon roll. They'll be available in the U.S. starting February 26th and in Canada on March 18th. The new breakfast comes as Wendy's celebrates its 4th year offering breakfast across its stores. Hardcore seafood fans may want to sink their claws into Red Lobster's new contest. The Orlando-based company is announcing the debut of its nationwide Endless Lobster experience. No, it doesn't mean free crustaceans until the end of time. Rather, the 150 winners of this contest will be endlessly served lobster for 2 hours. They'll also get 2 side dishes and Red Lobster's signature Cheddar Bay biscuits. After that 2-hour feast, victors will also be given about a dozen lobsters to take home.
I'm sure that lobster is still good for Lent. Now, Mother Nature certainly did not give up snow for Lent. We'll be tracking that as we go throughout the day tomorrow, and I'll have the details of that coming up.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try and to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm missing this. Okay, Grandma. I see you.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. It keeps you, your community, and loved ones protected. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Can't believe you're doing this alone. I've done it before. I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up? Hand me that board. Nothing wrong with getting help. I'm good. I did it when Felicia left. I'll figure it out. I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying. If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence? Now you need my help. It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that? Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Welcome back. A mysterious shipwreck in Canada suddenly appeared on the shores of a Newfoundland coastal community last month. It's believed that it was dislodged from the seabed by a fierce storm. The wreck was discovered on January 20th. As soon as Sean Bath and Trevor Carter from the Clean Harbors Initiative heard about it, they grabbed their diving gear to try and secure it with ropes. Croft said that it may be a French or British ship, maybe around 200 years old. Experts say the shipwreck is an example of a wider phenomenon in which climate change-fueled storms are uncovering the world's underwater history.
Welcome. Temperatures across the area right now. 31 degrees in Muncie, 28 degrees in Fort Wayne, 35 degrees in Indianapolis, 34 degrees in Bloomington right now. It's pretty cold out there, and it's going to get colder as we go throughout the night. Skies are clear right now. We had some cloudy skies earlier on this evening. Those have since exited the area. Clear skies for now as we have some cloud cover off to the west that'll be moving its way into our area over the next few hours. Cloud cover going to stick around, and we're also checking this snow off to our west as it pushes its way eastward. It'll encapsulate our area as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Now, what are we looking at in terms of those details? We'll have that in just a second. Overnight low tonight going to be about 26 degrees in Muncie. Again, those clouds are increasing after midnight with northwest winds about 5 to 15 miles per hour with some more breezy conditions of gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Now, this low pressure is going to be forming off the Rockies in New Mexico, pushing its way eastward throughout the overnight hours tonight, and it's going to coincide with those snow showers off to our west. And as this low pressure system starts to consolidate, it's going to gain a warm front and a low front, but you can start to see these snow showers across the area at this point. As we go throughout the day tomorrow at about 1 p.m., we start to see some of the snow showers, and those will be continuing throughout the day as this low pressure system continues its eastward trek to our south, prompting some showers and thunderstorms off to the south, but we'll be looking at snow showers for us. Now, timing some things out for you again, some of that cloud cover encapsulating our area as we go throughout the overnight tonight, becoming overcast as we get towards Friday morning with these snow showers entering our area, especially our western counties first at about 10 a.m., encapsulating our area by the time we get towards the afternoon hours. Most of us will be seeing snow showers, and some of these could be heavier as well. We could see some heavier bursts of snow, but otherwise the accumulating snow showers will be out of our area by the time we get past sunset, and things really start to quiet down when we get past 9 p.m. Now, our snowfall forecast showing about 2 to 3 inches across the area. Could see some locally higher amounts, especially near I-70 or parts just south of I-70, where we could see just a little bit of some of that heavier snowfall. In our 7-day forecast brought to you by Ross, showing 32 degrees for that high temperature tomorrow. We'll be hovering around that for some time, so we'll be keeping an eye on that, as if we stay below freezing, at or below freezing, then we'll be seeing some more accumulating snow with that, so be sure to stay tuned. We cool down for Saturday, but you know what? We warm back up with sunny skies then. Monday, 48, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the 50s, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, next week looks like it's going to be perfect. Maybe that spring weather coming in soon.
Right?
The groundhog is not quite right yet.
Yep, just make sure to have your winter jacket tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be snowy, but it'll get better soon.
Yes.
For sure. And there's plenty more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Jackie Madden has a preview of sports.
One Ball State program looks to start their season off swinging, and another takes on a bitter rival. All this and more next in sports.
It's something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You just gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I've gained clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo.
Gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh.
My lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures.
Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jackie Madden with sports. Ball State men's volleyball is taking on Purdue Fort Wayne in Worden Arena tonight. NewsLink Indiana, Bryce Demsevich is live outside Worden Arena. To tell us more, Bryce, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Jackie. The Cardinals came into this one soaring here in Worthen Arena against the Mastodons of Purdue Fort Wayne. Now, we'll go into some stats in a second talking about what got Ball State the win. But to start out this first set, Purdue Fort Wayne put up a fight, but Ball State would pull away 25-19. And those stats that I mentioned, one of them being the kill ratio in favor of Ball State, 18-8. That's a big gap right there. But the big one that jumps off the page, 48% in hit percentage for Ball State compared to 19% for the Mastodons. That made a big difference. And Ball State would look to ride that momentum into the second set, and they would do that. Even though Purdue Fort Wayne put up a fight, taking this one to overtime, but Ball State would pull away 26-24. And that was led phenomenally by two players for Ball State, one of them being sophomore phenom Patrick Rogers, who led the way through two sets with 13 kills, and right behind him, Tanashi and Davidosheva with 8 kills as well. And Ball State would look to leave their stamp on this match and win in straight sets, and they would do just that, pushing their record to 10-7 on the year. And some of the stats that got them there overall for this game, 48 kills, 43 assists, and an overall hit percentage of 31. Now Ball State will look to ride this momentum and push their win record to 11 against Loyola Chicago on Saturday, February 17th, with the first serve set for 6 p.m. Live in Worthen Arena, Bryce Demsevich, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thank you, Bryce. To swing it on over to the Diamond, Ball State baseball looks to start their season in Charleston, South Carolina this weekend. The Cardinals will start their regular season in the Swing and Swine College Classic against Lehigh tomorrow. On Saturday, the Cards are set to face off with number 20, Iowa, and Merrimack before Michigan State on Sunday. After the tournaments, the Cards will stay in the state to play Cincinnati, Illinois, and Coastal Carolina next Friday and Saturday. To keep it on the Diamond, Ball State softball will hit the road this weekend to compete in the 2024 Chattanooga Challenge. The Cards head into this one after a 10-8 victory against Fordham in the River City leadoff, giving new head coach Helena Pina her first win. The Cardinals will compete against Jacksonville first at 10 a.m. and will then head back to the field at 3 to battle the host Chattanooga. After those contests, Ball State will go head-to-head with the same two teams on Saturday before ending the tournament on Sunday against Western Kentucky. Despite a busy weekend in Ball State sports, women's tennis will be the only squad with a home matchup. The Cardinals are set to take on Youngstown State tomorrow here in Muncie. Ball State comes into this one off their first win of the season over Oakland University. But the Cards sit at just 1-3 on the year under first-year head coach Sachin Kurtain. On the opposite side of the net, the Penguins sit at only 2-6 overall, so both teams in need of a win. Action is set to begin at 5 p.m. at Northwestern YMCA. I am definitely looking forward to our Ball State team's away matches, but I'm looking for us to get that win here at home.
And I'm really excited for the more home games. I'm really glad that Bryce was able to give us a look into the nest.
Definitely.
Yes, thank you so much, Jackie. And don't go anywhere. Corey Shaw has your campus coverage.
And we've got one final look at weather after the break.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Corey Shaw, and this is your campus coverage. Are you or another student an entrepreneur? Do you have a business idea? Well, the Entrepreneurship Center is looking to fund students' new business ideas. Each semester, the E&T department puts on the Pre-Seed Fund. Students can apply for up to $10,000 in pre-seed funding to help start their brand new business idea. To be eligible for funding, students must come to one Entrepreneurs in Residence visit and apply. Entrepreneurs in Residence brings in professionals to talk to students about their business. Everything mentioned has no cost to apply or to go to.
I would have to say the most beneficial thing that students can grab from being in the Entrepreneurship in Residence program, or even just visiting, is just being able to think things through in a different way.
EDU.
Thank you so much, Corey. Seems like a great opportunity for students.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now let's see what we have for weather.
All right, we're keeping an eye on the snow accumulation as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Keep an eye on the roads. Make sure to give yourself some extra distance between you and the person ahead of you. We're looking to be much cooler for Saturday with 29. Sunny skies for the weekend, though. We stay sunny for President's Day. We get into the 50s when we get into next week for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, though, which is quite nice for this time of year.
Thank you, Lance. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night and stay safe.